GST registered individuals to upload the B2B invoices to the Invoice Registration Portal, that is IRP. If you are eligible for e-invoicing, you may have several questions in mind. Is it true? Hello everyone, I am Parminder from Team Webtel. In this video, I am going to recap this journal FAQ with the latest update from the department. So stay tuned, and before starting this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Microsoft for regular compliance updates. First, let's understand what is the system of GST e-invoicing is all about. Let's start with basic. What is e-invoicing? E-invoicing is the electronic invoicing. It is the system introduced by the government under the GST regulation, whereby the taxpayer is required to generate invoices electronically using e-invoicing software in a standardized format. What is the process flow of GST e-invoicing? The e-invoice system is for GST-registered person to upload all the B2B invoices to the Invoice Registration Portal. The IRP generates and return a unique invoices reference number, digitally signed e-invoice and QR code to the user. What are the benefits of e-invoicing? The benefit of the e-invoicing are error-free efficiency, real-time insight, and streamlined taxation. Error-free efficiency means e-invoicing minimizes the chances of data reconciliation, that is GST to a 2B, and mismatch error and opposed to manual data entry. Real-time insight e-invoicing offer real-time tracking for the invoices, enabling quicker decision-making, fostering better customer relationship. Streamlined taxation. E-invoicing enables standardization and uniformity in the invoice format, reporting to enable better compliance. For whom is e-invoicing mandatory? Now, e-invoicing was introduced in India on 1st April 2021, where government has mentioned that turnover of 50 crore to 100 crore, it is mandatory for e-invoicing. E-invoicing is applicable. Then on 1st April 2022, the limit was reduced by 20 crore, and on 1st October 2022, the limit more reduced by 10 crore. Now from 1st August 2023 onward, the government has mentioned that annual turnover more than 5 crore, e-invoicing is applicable on it. Then what is AATO in e-invoicing? AATO means annual aggregate turnover. Now, AATO means the aggregate value of all suppliers, excluding the value of inward supplies, on which tax is payable by the person on a RCM basis, exempt supplies, export of the services or both, export of services or goods both, and interstate supplies of the person having the same permanent account number to be computed on all India basis, but excludes Union Territory tax, state tax, integrated tax, central tax and cess. Is e-invoicing mandatory for B2C? At present it is no, but the government is likely to make it mandatory for the businesses to issue electronic or e-invoice for B2C transaction in the next 2-3 years as per CBIC. Is e-invoicing applicable to nilrated or wholly exempt supplies? No, e-invoicing is not applicable for nilrated or wholly exempt supplies. As we know that the tax invoices is not issued in the case of the nil or exempt services, only bill of supply is applicable to be issued. Therefore, e-invoicing is not applicable on the same. In what cases e-invoicing is exempted? Now, e-invoicing is exempted on B2C, that is business to consumer, nil-rated or non-taxable or exempt B2B sale of goods or the services, nil-rated or non-taxable or exempt B2G sale of goods and the services, import high sea sales and bonded warehouse sales, free trade and warehousing zones, supply under reverse charges covered under the Section 9(4) of the CGST Act. Who is not required to generate e-invoices? SEZ unit doesn't require to generate e-invoicing. An insurer or a banking company or a financial institution, including a non-banking financial company, goods transport agency supplying services for transportation of goods by road in a good carriage, supplier of passenger transportation services, suppliers of service by the way of admission to an exhibition of a cinematograph films of a multiplex screen, a government department and local authority, person registered in the term of the Rule 14 of CGST rules. Can more than one iron be generated for the same invoices? No, you cannot generate more than one iron on the same invoices. In such case, the invoice will be rejected by the IRP. Can iron number be deleted? No. An active iron cannot be deleted or cancelled. Does the e-invoicing scheme apply to RCM, that is reverse charges mechanism transaction? Yes, the e-invoicing scheme applied to reverse charges mechanism transactions. Let's understand by the below table. The sale of goods or the supply of the services notified for RCM under the Section 9(3) of CGST, yes, the supply of the goods and services need to register an invoice with the IRP. Such sale is made by the notified taxpayer covered under the mandate, that is turnover more than 500 crore, and from January 21 onward turnover should be more than 100 crore. These are B2B and SEZ outward supplies under the RCM get covered. So if supply is made to unregistered person, that is B2C sale, then for B2C transaction it is not required to generate IRN. Suppliers with turnover more than 500 CR need to self-generate QR code for B2C cases. If taxable supplies from unregistered person to the registered person under the Section 9(4), then no invoicing is not applicable. IRN can be generated only by a supplier, as the supplier himself is unregistered, hence IRN is not applicable. Now in the third transaction, RCM on the services through an e-commerce operator. Yes, e-commerce operator need to generate IRN, as in such case e-commerce operator is supposed to prepare invoices as if he is the supplier. IRN is also required to be generated by him. Such e-commerce operator is covered under the mandate. Such sale is not B2C sale, as B2C is not included for IRN. What are the type of the documents that are required to be reported to the IRP? Invoices, credit note and debit note. All the three documents are required to be reported to IRP. What are the penalty for not generating the invoicing? If invoicing is not generated, then the penalty for not generating an invoicing is equal to 100% of the tax amount or 10,000, whichever is higher, under both CGST and SGST Act. Now some points that latest update in the invoicing is at least 6-digit HSN will be mandatory in e-invoices for taxpayer whose AATO, that is annual turnover, is 5 crore and above from 15 December 2023. Advisory on new time limit for reporting of e-invoices on the IRP portal. Now sub-users can access e-invoice generated by main users and perform view, cancel, generate e-way bills. I hope you have understood that GST invoicing is mandatory activity for all the registered dealers who exceed the specified limit. It is important to stay updated with all e-invoicing related changes to avoid any confusion. For better comprehension, check out the blog link in the video description box and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comment section. Also, you can comment if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next Tuesday, we will come up with another interesting video. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance and enterprise journey.